Hey y'all, welcome back to Simple Southern Saving. My name is Brittany. I am a stay-at-home mom and wife, and we are a family of 3 living on a single income. Welcome to my channel. Today, I wanted to discuss with you basically how we're handling life at the moment. So if you've watched my last video, we expected to be paid today, January 5th. We were paid, kind of. So what happened is, I'll give a little background story. My husband, his work changed how they are doing pay from 2023 to 2024. In 2023, he was paid on the 15th of the month and the last day of the month. In 2024, they are being paid bi-weekly. Sounds great, except going into the new year, there would have been a 3-week gap and we would not have been paid until the 19th. So he received an email from his job saying that there was an option and you could elect into being paid for 1 week on the 5th. Sounds great. He said yes, but he didn't read the fine print. And in the fine print, it says that the pay that would have been today, the 5th, is going to be from his final paycheck. Whenever he decides to leave his job in the future, what was paid today will be deducted from his final paycheck. So even though we were paid today, it's not our income. And we want to be very mindful of this because that's a huge money mistake. On the 19th, that is actually going to be for our 3 weeks of pay leading up to now. So how we're handling this is we have to use part of the money. We messed up, we did not correctly budget, and we needed some of it. I'm not going to disclose his pay, but I will say we have to cover 2 bills. We need our Wi-Fi needed to be covered with this paycheck. It is due before the 19th, and I had not included it in last week's pay from December 28th because I believed we were going to be fine. Additionally, we have our septic system. It is due before the 19th, and we have to cover it with this pay. Additionally, I did not budget enough for gas to cover 3 weeks for, especially my husband. He works outside of the home. He does have to drive to work. He has a small commute, about 30 minutes. And so that takes a good amount of gas per pay period. I don't have to leave home. I did want to give myself a little extra money because my car is used as the family car. So anytime we leave home as a family, we take my car. Both of our cars are paid off. Both of our cars are a little bit older. My husband's is next year going to be 20 years old. So we use mine. It's more reliable than his. And so I needed to make sure we have gas so that if we choose to leave as a family, we are covered. I don't plan to leave very much. I'm trying to be very intentional so that the money we do have to take out of this paycheck is used wisely. So I guess I'll explain. Those were the 4 things we had to take out of. Not very much. The rest of the money that he was paid today, we moved into savings because we know that at a future date, when he no longer works for this company, that money is not going to be included. So we just have it set there in our savings account, in our bank, ready for us to use. So out of that, the 2 bills are auto pay. So those were moved into the account that our bills are processed out of. And I guess I can touch on that. We actually have multiple savings and checking accounts. And one of our accounts is strictly used for our bills and for them to be on auto pay. I get nervous at the idea of ever missing paying a bill. And because of that, I like to intentionally have an account where we tuck money into and it can auto process out. It's not up to me to have to remember to pay my bills. There are a few that I do because I like to pay them as soon as they're available. But outside of those, I like to have them set up on auto pay. So that money was transferred into that account. My husband's gas money, he prefers to use our debit card, and that money is staying in our account. So the only money that had to be taken out of today's paycheck was my gas money. My gas money is going to receive $10, and you'll see me cash up that in just a moment. The extra cash you're gonna see here is, I have $88 additional dollars going into a savings challenge because I returned some items to Amazon that I did not actually end up needing to use. I decided I had bought some things to sell, some packaging for my Etsy. And as a stay-at-home mom and a stay-at-home wife who enjoys taking care of our family, I realized the idea of trying to make physical products is just not the season I'm in, and I would rather use my time with my family. So everything that I bought to make physical products, I went ahead and sent back to Amazon. So we received $88.49 back. I pulled $88 so that we could stuff it into our 100 envelope challenge. My Etsy account will have digital downloads. I plan to continue making those because they're products that I will use. I will print them off at home and stuff them in my binders. But I won't be making any physical products, at least for right now. I would just, in this season with a little toddler, I would much rather spend my time enjoying playing with her and being with her. So let's go ahead and get into this. So we have $80. $20. So we are at 100, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have $108. And then we are going to put money into our gas, which I do have $25 in here that I have not used on gas. I am hoping that I do not need to use this $20. I'm hoping that we won't. I'm hoping that it can go straight back into that savings account with what he was paid today, and that can be subtracted. Additionally, anything that I took today, I wrote down exactly what I took for the 2 bills and our gas money, and that amount I wrote on a Post-it and wrote in my budget binder. I'm sorry, my daughter's napping and her monitor just beeped because she's playing and they're making some noise. So the Post-it notes, I did write the exact number that I took from this paycheck, and I'm calling it a paycheck. It is, it's just for the future. So on the 19th, when we're paid for those 3 weeks, I'm gonna take that amount and automatically, that's one of the first things I'm going to do is put that into the savings so that we're not taking from our future selves. It already feels like a big money mistake that we accidentally allowed this to happen, and I want to be intentional to not set back our future selves. So gas is stuffed, and that's all we really need. Groceries, what we did, how we're handling this. If you saw on my community page, I meal planned for the month, and that was our dinners. We are great. We had everything that we needed through the 19th for groceries for dinners. What we did not have was enough breakfast and lunch items. So our groceries, we had $20 left. I took that $20 with I had miscellaneous, a 20 in here, and in my in this binder, I had $20 in miscellaneous as well. I used that $60 to buy us lunch and breakfast items to get us through the 19th. And then on the 19th, we're going to have grocery money again. That's going to be our normal paycheck. Everything will reset and go back to normal. But until then, we need to be very mindful. And we are doing a no spend year. So I just wanted to let y'all know how we're handling this, because we were paid. And if something comes up, we have the money, but we don't, because it's also our future money. And we want to be very intentional about how we spend it and how we treat it. So that is all for our cash stuffing of this paycheck. There was just gas money. There's not really anything going on. And then this $88 is going into the 100 envelope challenge. And we're going to have 20, 40, 60, 80, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, that one is backwards. So we're going to be adding that in. I'm going to color in the 88. Give that a second to dry. I really like these wet erase markers, because as a mom, I always have baby wipes to wipe this off, and I do not always have nail polish. So if there's any other moms out there that needs a way to erase marker over Sharpie, I would suggest doing that. Okay, now let's count and see how much we have saved so far. In our 100 envelope challenge, we have 100, 150, 170, 190, 210, 230, 250, 270, 290, 300, 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. $323. I believe that's what I just counted. So that's exciting. We're getting there slowly and surely, and just going to keep tucking away a little at a time. One of our goals for 2024 is to complete the 100 envelope challenge, because this money is going to be going towards probably my husband a future car. And we want to hopefully not go into any debt for another car. That would be our hope and dream. We have never paid for a car in cash, and by doing a savings challenge, it's gonna push us towards saving this money. So I guess that's all for now. It's a short video, sorry about that. And I probably won't have any content until the 19th. So I will talk to y'all then. I hope y'all have a good week. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below. Bye, y'all.